Hey everybody, Pete Tansley here. I want to quickly discuss a few things about counting calories, getting a six-pack, and being strict with your goals. So I want you to think of this as a sliding scale. So if we've got somebody at 30% body fat, let's say they want to get to 10 or 12% body fat. There are a few things to consider here, which are quite important. What the client does in the first few steps are going to be very easy, as in to lose that first 3 to 5 kilograms, maybe even 10 kilograms, are going to be quite simple, okay? Then as they get closer to their goal of 10% body fat, it's going to get slightly more complicated. So what I mean is losing the first 5 kilograms, or let's say 5% body fat for this client, is much more simple than losing the last 5%. Let's have a look about specifically what you need to do to get to your goals and where you might fit along this timeline. So we've got 25% here and moving down to less than 10% on this scale, and we'll talk through each one individually. So 25% body fat, we've got pros and cons for each point. So the pros of 25% body fat, it's reasonably easy to maintain, okay? So it's not going to require a great deal of planning to maintain this, a great deal of exercise. It's pretty comfortable to maintain 25% body fat. Maybe 1, 2, or 3 workouts a week will keep you there at a pretty low intensity. Couple of cons: poor energy and poor sleep. This is, in my opinion, a slightly unhealthy level, so most people should be under this mark. So your sleep and your energy will be affected, and perhaps your performance at work if you're in a high-performance role, or even if you're a busy parent at home, your energy is going to suffer. As we get leaner and drop body fat, 25 to 15% body fat now. So as we're moving down, your sleep will improve, your energy and your performance will improve compared to 25% here. You'll also require less medication, so some people might come off some of their lifestyle medication at this stage. A couple of the cons: you will look okay. You're not going to look super lean, but you will look pretty fit, okay? You're just going to start to look a lot better. You will need to have some control over your portions, so you will need to have some way of controlling those portion sizes. You may require some tactics to improve your sleep and or your stress levels. The next level down, 15 to 10%. This is when you're starting to look toned, and I hate that word toned, but you're starting to look pretty fit and it's obvious you take care of yourself. Again, it's simple to maintain. There's no extreme measures of calorie counting or weighing foods or restriction going on here. Probably 3 to 5 workouts. Most days you're doing some kind of activity to maintain this level. The cons: you will require a meal plan, most people at this level, okay? So you will require some planning around this. You may even need, and probably as you get closer to 10%, definitely to watch your macronutrients. So what's the difference between the carbs, the proteins, and the fats that you are eating? You will need to have some control around that. And there will be limited alcohol. You might have a few standard drinks once or twice a week, but you're not going to be having heavy nights frequently. Now, as you get to under 10% body fat, okay, this is where either male or female, you are very lean. You would be ripped or shredded or whatever term you want to use, you would have a six-pack, okay? You will have a lot of pride. So you will have pride being this lean. People will compliment you and you will look great at this level. I'm not saying everybody wants to get here, but there will be a sense of pride getting to this level. And your energy should be very high at this level as well. A couple of the drawbacks perhaps you might want to consider. You will need some planning and preparation at this level, okay? Whether that's, counting your macros, pre-preparing every single meal for the week, being quite strict and disciplined with your meal plan. It doesn't mean restricted, but you will need to have some guidelines you stick to pretty closely. You may require some coaching at this level. I know with a lot of my clients, to go from 15 down to say 9%, they require that extra accountability. Somebody to help them, somebody to report back to, somebody to give them a little push along to make sure they're on track. And you will have for most people, unless you're genetically gifted, you will have very low alcohol on a typical week, okay? The hormonal and the sleep disturbances that alcohol brings, plus the extra calories, aren't going to be worth it if your goal is to get less than 10 into the single-figure body fat percentages. So I hope that helps. Some clients want a six-pack and want to be ripped. Others are 100% happy to be 15, 12% body fat. Either way, I hope this graph helps. Just understand that the leaner you become, closer to 12, 11, 10, or less than 10% body fat, the more planning and the more strict and disciplined you will need to be with your workouts, with your diet, and with your lifestyle. I hope that helps. Pop any questions down below. Thanks.